Hmm. Assalamu alaikum. Good morning, grade 9. This is the English department. Today, inshallah, we are going to have a grammar session. We are going to talk about the present tenses, the present simple, the present continuous, the present perfect, and the present perfect continuous. Okay, so let's start using the present simple tense. We use it to talk about many things. We can use it to talk about habits, routines, like maybe I wake up early every day. I usually go to school. I play football on Fridays, and so on. Okay, we can also use it for things that always happen, like maybe facts or things that are completely true. Maybe I can say the sun rises in the east. Okay, what else? We can use it to talk about repeated actions. And also look at this point, permanent states. What is a permanent state? I can say my dad works as a teacher or he is a teacher. This means it's permanent, it's his job. He can't become a doctor maybe next week. No, he is a teacher. He works as a teacher. Okay, another usage for the present simple timetable. How can we use it with the timetable? I can say the train leaves at 6 o'clock today. This is a timetable, but it will happen in the future. Okay, let's take a look at these examples. I arrive at school at 8:30. So this means every day he arrives at school at that time. It's like a routine. This is a repeated action. The first lesson starts at 8:45, and this is a timetable. Okay. There are many keywords or many expressions that we can use to express or to talk about the present simple, like the word every, like I go to school every day. Maybe on Mondays, I eat fish on Mondays. Maybe I also can use often, sometimes, never, all of these adverbs of frequency. Okay. I think the present simple is easy and you have studied it many times. Let's now move to the present continuous. I think it's easier. Number one, we use the present continuous to talk about something that is happening right now, at the moment, at the time of speaking. Like I can say, I am talking to you now, and you are listening to me at the moment. Clear? Okay, let's go to point two. For temporary situations. How, in what way? This is the opposite of something permanent in the present simple. Now here in the present continuous, we can use it for temporary situations. I can say I am staying at my uncle's house this week. So I mean this week only. It's temporary, okay? I am staying at my uncle's house this week. Another usage is for fixed arrangements. So this usage means that the action is happening in the future. I can say I am traveling next week. So the action is not happening now, and I'm not talking about a temporary situation. No, it's a fixed arrangement to the future. I'm traveling next week. Okay. With an adverb, like always, and this usage, it's a little bit new. We had it last year. When I want to talk about something that causes anger or irritation, I use always. I can say he is always coming late. Maybe I can say my sister is always biting her nails, and this is annoying. So I can use always only with the present continuous, not often, not usually, okay? Here we won't always. Some examples, like Jem is watching television at the moment, right now. We can say we are traveling around this month, okay? This is a fixed arrangement. Of course, we have many keywords for the present continuous, but it's not our main focus. Our main focus is to understand the usage for each tense. Sometimes a keyword that works in the present simple can work in the present continuous, like always. If I said I always go to school, this is a repeated action. But if I said he's always biting his nails, this is an action that causes anger. Can you see the difference? Okay, but let's take a look. They sometimes help us. We have now, right now, at the moment, at present, for the time being. All of these keywords refer to actions that are happening at the time of speaking. Okay, what about this week, this month, these days? We can use them for temporary situations. But if I used tomorrow, next week, next month, this is can be used for a fixed arrangement. Okay. Of course, if you have any questions, you can ask us. You can send us the questions and we can answer you. Let's take a look at some examples. Okay. Number one, we have Derek flowers for his mom every Mother's Day. I have every Mother's Day. This is like something happens every year. So I think we tended to use present simple here, and we have Derek. So Derek buys flowers for his mom every Mother's Day. Okay, let's take a look at number four. Tom and Linda, the subway train to work every day. So we have every day. This is a repeated action. Maybe it's their habit. So we can use the present simple. They take the subway train to work. Okay. Now let's go to number five. He, the car, at the moment. So I have at the moment, it's something that is happening right now. He is washing the car at the moment. Okay, let's move to maybe number, let's check number 12. Yeah, do or does you want a pizza? Here we have the verb want, by the way. I will say, do you want? But can we say, are you wanting? I believe not. We can use the stative verbs with the present simple. So does that mean that we can't use any stative verbs with the present continuous? No, we can use some. Okay, but the meaning is going to be different. Okay, if I said I have a book, this means uh, uh, it's something that I own maybe. I have a car, it's my own car. But if I said I'm having lunch, it means I'm eating my lunch. I am having a shower, it means I'm taking a shower. Can you see the difference? The meaning itself has a change. Okay, let's move on. Now let's take a look at number maybe 20. Tom usually we have usually, so he usually drinks, but he is drinking tea now. Okay, let's take a look at these sentences. It's a rewrite exercise. Let's take a look at number 4. Tom is watching films now. It's in the present continuous and we need to use often, and often is in the present simple. So number 1, I will cancel is, I will cancel the ing, so I will cancel the present continuous and I will say Tom often watches films now. Okay, let's try to answer number 8. We have a birthday party this Tuesday. We have to use it this Tuesday. We can say we are having a party this Tuesday. Okay. Now let's move to number 14. The baby cries every night. So listen, baby is crying. It's happening right now. Okay. Now I believe that the two tenses, the present simple and the present continuous, are easy. They are clear now, and I believe that you get them. Let's take a look at the present perfect and the present perfect continuous. Okay. Let's take a look at the usage. The usage, the present perfect. We use it for an action that happened in the past, but the time is unstated. So what's the meaning of unstated time? It means that the action happened in the past and maybe it's a completed action, but I don't know the time. And that's the difference between the present perfect and the past simple. Okay. If I use the time here, I can say I watched the film yesterday. I used the time here yesterday. But if I said I have watched that film, I can't say yesterday. I can't mention the time. Number 2, an action that started in the past and continues up to the present, especially with stative verbs. How? I met someone 5 years ago. Okay, and till now we are still friends. I can say I have known him for 5 years. I have known him for 5 years. So the action started 5 years ago, but I still know him. So this action continues up to the present. Okay, let's move to the next usage. A recently completed action, it means an action that has finished lately. I can think maybe it's just finished in the present. Like I have just eaten my lunch. This means I just finished my lunch some moments ago. Okay. The last one, we can use the present perfect to talk about personal experiences. How? I can say I have been or I have traveled to a place many times. And this is a personal experience. Okay, maybe I can say I have taken some courses. Yeah, it's a personal experience. Let's take a look at these examples. I have painted the room. So is the action completed or not? It's completed, but we don't know the time. That's why we use the present perfect, not the past simple. Okay, now let's move to I have washed the dishes. The same usage. He finished the action. Okay, we have some time expressions like already. I can use it for an action that happened in the past. Like I have already watched that film. So the action is completed in the past, but I don't know the time. And by the way, of course, I remember the film. It's in my mind. Okay. I can use already in the end. Like I have watched the film already in the end of the sentence. And also I can use it at the end of the question to show surprise. Like, have you watched the film already? Okay, not about maybe just. I have just eaten a sandwich. This action finished like some moments ago, recently. What about yet? We use it at the end of a negative sentence. I haven't finished my homework yet. This means I started in the post, but I'm still doing it. I haven't finished yet. Okay. What about ever and never? I can use them to ask about experiences. Have you ever watched that film? No, I have never watched it. And of course, we have to focus on sense and form. Since we use it with a starting point in time, like I have, 1 second, I I have traveled to London since Monday. I have lived in Egypt since 2015. So it's a starting point. But if I wanted to use for, I would say I have studied English for 5 years. Can you see the difference? I stated the duration, all the duration. I have traveled to London for 5 months, maybe. Okay. Let's move to the present perfect continuous. They are so close. We can say I have studied English for 2 hours, and at the same time, I can say I have been studying English for 2 hours. It's the same usage, okay? An action started in the past and is still happening, okay? What if I wanted to catch a difference? Look at this example. I have painted the room. This means that I finished painting it. The action is completed in the past, but I can see the different colors on the walls. But what if I said I have been painting the walls for 2 hours? This means I haven't finished yet. I am still in the middle of the action. I'm still painting the walls. Okay. Maybe we can use it for an action that happened in the past, but it has a result in the present. Okay, I can take a look at someone and tell him, you look tired because you have been studying all day. Again, you have been studying all day. Okay, let's take a look at these examples. They have been talking for the last hour. So they started an hour ago and they are still talking. Okay. And look at literacy. She looks tired because she has been waking up really early lately. And as you can see, it's something that has a result. She looks tired now because she has been doing something repeatedly. And the result, we can see it in the present with our own eyes. You look tired, as you can see. Okay, let's take a look at these examples, just a few examples. Number one, I, a French course for 5 months, and the teacher says I am a fast learner. Okay, so what is the answer? My question is the action itself finished or not? Is it completed or not? I think it's not because he is still taking the course. So an action that is started in the past and is still happening, I believe my answer is I have been taking a French course for 5 months. Okay. Now let's move to number two. Someone, the ladder outside, and look. Okay, this is my answer. The word look. The action itself is completed in the past. The action is finished, but I can see the ladder because he said look. So someone has left the ladder. Do you get it? Okay. Now let's move to number four. And I don't think you have yet, but you have don't. The meaning is negative. I don't think he has finished yet. Okay. Let's take a few sentences here. She last cooked on Monday. Use since. The last time she cooked was on Monday, so she hasn't cooked since Monday. Clear? Okay, let's take a look at number 5. Olivia last saw Jim a year ago. So Olivia hasn't seen Jim for a year. Okay. Number 9. I started cooking dinner an hour ago. Past simple use been. So I can say I have been cooking for an hour. Lovely. Let's take a look at all day. Can we use all day in the present perfect and the present perfect continuous? No, we can use it with the present perfect continuous only. And our answer, Mr. Smith has been working all day. That's why he looks tired. Okay. Next session, inshallah, we can answer more questions. And it was lovely to be your teacher today. And goodbye.